Y'all wanted more DQVO, so we got y'all Rise of the Primarch Guilliman Returns. This is the voiceover, stuff like that, so we just gonna turn these captions on. Give me 1 second, y'all. Is it on? Oh, it is. Okay, bet. Now, I know this is like the voiceover, like, you know, voice acting type of thing, so we not really going, if I'm looking around or whatever, there's nothing really on the screen for me to look at. So if I'm looking around, I'm still listening and stuff like that, y'all. So don't be like, oh, well, you know, you're not paying attention or whatever. I am paying attention. It's just, there's nothing really on the screen. Hopefully y'all day been good, man.
The Inquisitor swore again as she saw Kor hunched spider-like over the controls of his auto-reliquary. The Magus' metallic fingers danced around runic keys, his mechadendrites slithering from one socket port to another, while the Inari and Skitarii stood guard over him. Beside them stood the Ultramarines' chief librarian, warp light glowing from his eyes and weaving around his skull-topped stave. As Greyfax watched, several frothing berserkers charged at Togurius. The librarian barked a sting of syllables that caused the Khorne worshippers to implode in a crumpled mass of flesh and metal. Greyfax's Cyoculum burbled confused readings as the life energies of the three berserkers left their bodies, but did not vanish altogether. Ghost returns flickered around the two Inari, and Greyfax's suspicions of the Eldar deepened as she realized that they had, in some fashion that she did not yet comprehend, been empowered by the stolen animus.
Okay.
Greyfax pushed herself to her feet again, intending to dash across the open ground and command Kor to cease in the name of the Holy Ordos. At that moment, a stitching line of autocannon fire marched along the top of the pew. Explosions of fire and shrapnel burst around the Inquisitor, hurling her from her feet. Greyfax fired back at her attackers, lashing out with her telepathic powers as she did so. But she was, for the moment, pinned in place.
Dang. So already they was lighting her up like the 4th of July. Had her pinned against the wall. Be quiet, girl! Dang, bruh.
Marnius Calgar swung his right gauntlet in a punishing
Calgary? Oh, snap, Calgary in here.
arc, hammering it up through his enemy's guard and catching a Chaos Terminator square under the jaw.
Ooh, uppercut of Doomerson.
His enemy's helm disappeared in a blizzard of metal and blood, his corpse slamming down onto its back with bone-breaking force. Before the traitor even hit the ground, Calgar was already turning on the spot, both gauntlets held out from his body and bolters thundering. The chapter master revolved in a half circle, blazing rounds into black legionaries on every side and eviscerating another of them with explosive shells. Blocking the return swipe of a crackling power mace, Calgar prepared to swing another titanic blow into his enemies. Then he caught sight of movement at the base of Guilliman's throne, and cold horror clenched in his chest.
Put fear in brew.
Calgar saw the Martian priest step back from his auto-reliquary, with the air of one completing a satisfying task. The dome-shaped device hummed forward, unfurling like the petals of some huge, carnivorous flower. The watching chapter master was at the wrong angle to see inside the machine, but he had a fleeting impression of glowing energies unfurling mechadendrites, clamping pincer limbs and whirring bone drills that filled him with revulsion. The auto-reliquary was rising and stretching out, enfolding the Primarch's form in its metallic embrace. At the same moment, the Xenos witch priestess lunged with preternatural grace, evading whistling bolt shells as she raised her blade high.
She not really on nothing though. I'm hearing a lot of pump fakes from her. She not really even putting in work. That's one. Number two, yo, he's saying so many big syllable words, yo. Like, obviously I understand what's going on, but like, bro, and the punctured blood, the red marniferous particulates, magnificus. I'm like, yo, these big words are scaring me. Like, he's really, and then you can hear like his tone. He really putting in that work. Now, y'all, I got a question. Is this AI or is this like an actual person? Y'all let me know, because sometimes they be like AI, whatever. And I don't mind AI. It's just I can't, like, I just can't react to AI that much, like all like that every single day. I feel like I'll just get sick of it. I'll get tired of it because like there's no, I don't know, I can't really explain it, but like there's like no human. I don't know. It's too perfect. I don't know. Like I don't mind AI. I mean, I don't mind AI for like cooking recipes. That's it. Like, but AI like making movies and AI for voice acting and AI this, AI that. I don't like it. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want to say that I'm anti AI. It's just I don't know. It's kind of lame to me.
No!
Raised her blade high,
No!
Is that her with the deep voice?
bellowed Calgar,
Oh,
finding his voice.
I command you to stop! In the Emperor's name, Brother Tigurius, stop them!
The chapter master's dismay rose to new heights as Tigurius looked straight at him and shook his head,
Do it!
shouted the chief librarian, blazing psychic energies into the foe that pressed close all around.
And may the Emperor condemn me if you have played me false, Xenos.
In desperation, Calgar raised his bolters and prepared to fire at the Eldar witch, but Ivrain's blade fell lightning fast, hacking through the cabling that fed power to Guilliman's stasis field. Energies flared, and from within the closing arms of the auto-reliquary, Calgar heard a rattling sigh that would haunt him until his dying day.
What have you done?
He roared, despair and fury blazing through him like a firestorm. Fists clenched, Calgar turned upon the traitors that had forced this terrible tragedy to come to pass, and waded back into the fight with unstoppable fury. The auto-reliquary engulfed Rabute Guilliman and his throne entirely. Runic designators and auto-lumen flickering in mesmerizing patterns across its surface. As though spurred by the sight, the Black Legionaries redoubled the intensity of their attack.
uh-oh.
The foremost Black Legionaries were mere yards away from the foot of Guilliman's throne when the rune panels on Call's auto-reliquary flickered.
Yo, I could just imagine like Guilliman, bro. You know, he just knocked out. He bro counting sheep. I could just imagine like, yo, imagine like the noise waking him up. But at the same time, like I don't know if like if y'all have like dads or if y'all have like fathers or whatever or like older brothers or whatever, you would know that like an entire bomb can drop right next to him and they wouldn't wake up. Seriously. Like a big bomb, like bro, like an atomic nuke can drop right next to him, and the dads wouldn't wake up. Same thing with the moms. But guess what, bro? If they hear that microwave close, they waking up. Bro, like it's insane, bro. They could be sound asleep, bro. You can drop an entire like bowling ball right next to them, bro. Sound asleep, yo. If you are whispering to somebody in the night, they can hear you. Ain't that crazy?
From red to green, a single chime sounded. A clear, pure note that cut through the clangor like a knife. The Archmagus himself, fighting back to back with the Inarian Chief Librarian Tigurius, emitted an uncharacteristic blurt of binaric triumph. The next moment, the outstretched armatures of the auto-reliquary folded back with a gaseous hiss, to reveal a sight of breathtaking splendor. Where before Rabute Guilliman had sat, a pale, stasis-locked revenant, now the Primarch stood, awake, alert, and very much alive.
Now, obviously, if I was in a situation, I'd be like, "Oh, yo, G-Thug, what's up, bro?" I would just dap him up. Like, bro, they sounded all spooked and they sounded all like scared, like, "Oh my God, Guilliman!" Like, bro, like I would have that much aura and like I'll be just, like so cool and so amazing and like and just so like just testosterone filled up that I'm like, yo, like, "Oh, what's up, G-Thug?" Like, I'll give him a firm handshake and everything. Like, I wouldn't even be scared that he woke up. I'm like, "Yo, congratulations, yo!" Like,
His presence was immense, dominant as a thunderhead suddenly filling the shrine with its...
all right, come on, yo. The glaze is insane. Bro just woke up. Y'all glazing him. Insane. This man legit just woke up, bro. All I'm hearing, yo, I'm hearing all types of, glaze right now, y'all. But if this was if this was Vulcan, bro, y'all would hate it, bro. Y'all would hate. Y'all be like, oh, well, how was he? How was he alive? How was he, bro? Y'all be asking all type of questions, bro. Like, it's whatever, bro. G Thug wakes up, bro. The Thunderhead suddenly filling the shrine. What did he say?
Immense.
His presence was immense.
Dominant as a thunderhead suddenly
Dominant as a thunderhead.
filling the shrine with its crushing pressure.
Y'all cannot tell me this is not Glaze. Yo, lie to me right now that this is not Glaze. Lie to me. Lie to me. Please lie to me. Please tell me to my face that this isn't Glaze. Please do. I will pick this PC up and throw it at you. Please tell me. Please, yo, don't lie to me.
Guilliman was clad in a magnificent new suit of armor.
The Glaze is
An
crazy.
ornate masterwork that had traveled all the way from the forges of Mars within Call's auto-reliquary. In one hand, the Ultramarine's Primarch held the blade of the Emperor, lit now from hilt to tip with leaping flames, and in his eyes was a look of such murderous intensity that even the loyalists within the shrine quailed to see it. It was as though a spell had settled over the shrine, though outside the din of war thundered on. Within that echoing chamber, friend and foe alike stared awestruck at the legendary figure, reborn in their midst. An incoherent scream of rage shattered the silence. A single Khorne berserker charging headlong through the stunned combatants to launch himself in a flying leap at the Primarch. Guilliman moved with such blistering speed that the Inari themselves would have struggled to match it. His burning blade drew a pyrotechnic arc through the air as it swung, bisecting the Khorne berserker at the waist and hurling his severed halves to the ground. As the Chaos Worshipper's armored corpse crashed to the floor, the spell was broken. With a great howl of hate, the Black Legion warriors surged towards Rabute Guilliman. Wordlessly, the noble demigod strode to meet them, and the carnage truly began. First to die was the sorcerer whose powers had shaken the temple to its foundations. Guilliman raised his mighty gauntlet, the Hand of Dominion, and a storm of armor-piercing fire erupted from beneath it to rip the tainted psyche to pieces. Next to fall were the remaining Black Legion berserkers. Following their comrades' example, they flung themselves screaming at the reborn Primarch. Like their fellow, they were reduced to so much armored meat, smashed from the air with terrifying speed.
Armored meat? Yo, they're selling Warhammer condoms?
Guilliman was running now, storming forward through the hail of bolts and shells unleashed by the Black Legionnaires. Rounds exploded against the Primarch's armor, but none could pierce its inviolable plates. As he crashed into the front ranks of the Black Legionnaires, Guilliman let out a building roar of pure, undiluted fury.
Undiluted fury? Yo, come on, y'all. Y'all could not sit up here. Yo, come on, yo. Yo, come on, yo. Hey, hey, yo. Hey. Yo, undiluted fury. Come on, y'all.
The Primarch's
This got it. This got it in.
Black Legionnaire high into the air.
Come on, y'all.
Blood streaming behind the corpse in a red trail. His second strike smashed a traitor Terminator into a bronze and marble column with enough force to drive the Chaos Worshipper clean through it and out the other side. The spiked power fist swung for Guilliman's chest, only to be locked from its wielder's arm before the blow could land. Guilliman's return swing parted his attacker's head from his shoulders, cauterizing the stump of the traitor's neck as the body crumpled to the floor. On it went, the Primarch moving with such speed that even the heretic's superhuman reactions couldn't save them. None could match Guilliman. None could even come close, and the few opponents that landed lucky blows found their weapons turned aside by the Primarch's masterwork armor. Tagorius released a thunderous barrage of psychic energies, thumping tectonic shockwaves that hurled heretic Astartes from their feet and shattered their armor like porcelain. The chief librarian felt Guilliman's gaze upon him then, for just a heartbeat. The Primarch's appraising stare seemed to strip Tagorius down to his soul. Then Guilliman stormed on through the enemy ranks. With every blow, the Primarch of the Ultramarines sent mutated corpses tumbling through the air. His expression was graven granite and frozen hate, a mask of vengeful anger that had endured millennia. For Guilliman, his last memory was a desperate battle against a tainted brother, a fraternal contest of godlike strength and barbed, hateful taunts, then poison and pain beyond endurance. Now he found himself in strange surroundings, facing a twisted horde of creatures that were nightmarish parodies of
You know what's so crazy? Bro didn't even get in like breakfast or nothing. He woke up from a 10,000 a 10,000 year just knockout sleep. Bro didn't get in breakfast or not. He just woke up and started fighting. If that doesn't clarify what Warhammer is, I don't know what does. For real, he just woke up and he just started fighting, bro. The moment he woke up, he just started swinging.
The Adeptus Astartes ideal. Not that his apparent allies struck Guilliman as much more familiar, but he could at least detect who in the vast sepulchre was tainted by chaos, and who was not. For now, that was enough. The Primarch compartmentalized his questions for later and concentrated solely on the battle at hand.
The glaze is insane at hand. Like, the glaze is absolutely ridiculous, man. Comment down below. What do y'all think about this one right here, y'all? Like, I understand, I get it. Like, and I'm not even blaming DQVO, for the glaze. He got to do that. He got to set the tone for his return. But, like I'm hearing that, like, as soon as, his presence was as dominating as thunder or whatever, like, bro, come on, man. Like, obviously, like, I just feel like he just took a page from, like, Vulcan's return, if that makes sense, because I don't know if y'all know or not, but Vulcan's actually returning in 2026. I don't know. I actually read the scripts and stuff like that, yo. Vulcan returning in 2026, so. Other than that, comment down below. What do you guys think about this, man? I know a lot of you guys are G-Thug fans, so y'all loved every bit of this, so... I wanted to stay quiet a little bit in this video, just to let everything play through. I didn't want to, like, keep pausing and, like, the whole voice acting thing. I feel like it's easier to, like, get back on track with a video, like, whenever it's not, like, this type of video. Whenever, like, it's this type of video where it's just voice, you really kind of got to lock in. But if any other type of, like, video game trailer or, like, Warhammer video, whatever, you can kind of do whatever, So comment down below what do you guys think about it. Make sure you guys go check out DQVO. And also, man, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel on the road to 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to see you all next time out. Peace out, everybody.